Yo, what's good, Combo Crew? It's the one only Combo Player, Attack Hydra Mother, Survive Fire, Bang, man. And today I'll be showing you how to create the best build in NBA 2K24 Next Gen. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We have 300 people that subscribe to my channel, so you should be one of them and join the subscribers. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and now let's get into the build. The hand, I'm gonna go with right hand because I'm right-handed in real life, and also that's what I prefer in 2K. But you can go with the right or left hand. It's whatever your personal preference is, but for me, I'm going with right hand. And for the jersey number, I'm going with number 1 because I think it's a cool jersey number to have. So I'm gonna go with number 1. You could change all these vitals; it does not affect your build at all. But for me, I'm going with number 1 for the jersey number and right hand. And now let's get into the body settings. And for the position, I'm going to go with point guard because I want to be a point guard. And also, I'm a pretty tall point guard being at 6'6". So we're going to go with a 6'6" height and the point guard position. And for the weight, we're going with 230 pounds because I want to have an 82 strength, which gives me a really good badge, which is called Bulldozer, which is in this game this year. It's basically like a mix of Clamp Breaker and Bully, which is really good. So I want to have a high strength. So I'm gonna go with 230 pounds. And for the wingspan, I'm going with a 7'1" wingspan because I want to have not super long but not short. So I'm gonna go in the middle, like 7'1". So this is what you want to go for all the body settings for the position, the height, weight, and wingspan. And now let's get into the attributes. And for the finishing for the close shot, I'm gonna go with a 66 close shot because for me, I don't really need that high of a close shot for my build. But you can go with higher, but for me, I'm going with 66. So if you want to copy this build exactly, go with a 66 close shot. And for the driving lip, you want to go with an 85 driving lip because that's the best you need. You don't really need that much higher. 85 driving lips is mainly a slasher build. That's really good for this build. So we're gonna go with an 85 driving lip. And for the driving dunk, I'm gonna go with a 94 driving dunk so we can get all the contact dunks in the game except for one, which is at a 96. But for me, I wanted to save some attribute points, and because I don't really need all the contact dunks in the game, but I have literally all of them except for one. So 94 is perfect for me. So go with a 94 driving dunk. And for the standing dunk, go with a 39 standing dunk because we're not going to be like Shaq in the paint. So for me, I don't really need that high of a standing dunk. And for the post control, I'm not going to be like Kobe or Michael Jordan in the post. So I'm going to go with a 25 post control, but that's just my preference. I'm not going to really be in a post like that. So this is what you want to go for the finishing. And now let's get to the shooting. And for the shooting, for the mid-range, we're going to go with a 70 mid-range because that's the best mid-range you're going to need for this build. Since we're not going to be like Stephen Curry, we're going to go with a 70 mid-range, which you can still hit your mid-ranges. And for the three-pointer, I'm going with an 83 pointer because that's really good. You don't really need like a 99 3-pointer unless you just want to be a straight shooter. But an 83 pointer is really good. You can easily time your jump shots and you can get the best jump shot in the game with an 83 pointer. So you should go with an 83 pointer. And for the free throw, as always, we go with a 70 or a 73. For me, I'm going with a 73 because I have some extra attribute points and I play my career. So I'm gonna go with a 73 free throw. But if you don't play my career, you could take the free throw off if you don't play my career. Put out other attributes, but for me, I'm going with a 73 free throw. And this is what you want to go for the shooting. And now let's get into the playmaking. And for the pass accuracy, we're going to go with a 75 pass accuracy because you're not going to really need that much higher. We're not going to be like prime John Stockton or prime Jason Williams or just any really good passer like LeBron James or Magic Johnson. We're not going to be like those type of passers, but we still have a pretty decent pass accuracy. We're definitely going to be able to make passes. So we're going to go with a 75 pass accuracy. And for the ball handle, I'm going to go with an 80 ball handle because I don't need that high of a ball handle because I'm not that much of a dribbler. Like I'm not like Steezo, I'm not like a dribble god. I just like to dribble and try to get to the basket or just get an open three. So for me, I'm gonna go with an 80 ball handle. And for the speed with ball, I'm going with a 75 speed with ball, because for me, I'm not gonna need a 90 speed with ball. Even though for guards, you're probably gonna need like an 85. But since we're 6'6", we're not gonna need that high of a speed with ball. So I'm gonna go with a 75 speed with ball. And this is what you want to go for all the playmaking. And now let's get into the defense. And for the defense, for the interior defense, go with a 60 interior defense. Since we're 6'6" point guard, we're not going to need that high of interior defense. And for the perimeter defense, go with an 80 perimeter defense so we can get stops. We're going to be able to guard anybody with an 80 perimeter defense. And since we're going to be bumping people, and as in this year, if you bump people a lot, they're going to lose adrenaline. So if you have an 80 perimeter defense and you're bumping people, you're gonna be one of the best defenders, and you can literally do everything on this build. So go with an 80 perimeter defense. And for the steal, go with a 70 steal. We're not gonna need that high of a steal, but we still want to have at least a decent steal so we can still get stops. So go with a 70 steal. And for the block, we're gonna go with a 70 block, because we're gonna be able to block anybody. We're gonna get chased down. We're gonna just be swatting the ball away from the basket. So we're gonna go with a 70 block. And for the rebound, we're not gonna have that high of a rebound. We're gonna go with a 40 offensive and 40 defensive. We're not gonna be like prime Sheg or prime Hakeem Olajuwon with rebounds. So we're just gonna go with the 40 offensive and defensive rebound. And now let's get to the physicals. For the physicals, for the speed and acceleration, you want to go with a 77 speed and a 77 acceleration. We're not going to need that high of acceleration and speed, because we're 6'6", but we're still going to be pretty fast. We're not going to be as fast like 6'2" point guards, but we're still going to be decently fast. We're not going to be super slow. So we're going to go with 77 speed and 77 acceleration. And for the strength, I want to go with 82 strength so I can get we can get physical handles on gold, and we can get bulldozer on bronze, which is pretty good since we're 6'6" point guard. So we're gonna be pretty strong for 6'6" point guard. So go with an 82 strength. For the vertical, go with an 86 vertical so we can get the contact dunks that we need. And for the stamina, go with a 99 stamina, because we're gonna need a really high stamina, so we don't need an inhaler every 24 seconds. So we're gonna go with a 99 stamina, and that's what you want to go for the attributes. And now let's get into the outro. And as you see, we have built a build called a high flyer. This is a new build name. This is pretty cool. We're similar to World Be Free, Lonzo Ball, and Tyrese Halliburton. These are all really good comparisons. Tyrese Halliburton's a really good shooter, and Lonzo Ball's a good defender and playmaker. And they're all really good at finishing too. So this is a really good comparison. And we also have a really cool name. A high flyer means we can dunk a lot, because we can't dunk a lot. That's like our best attribute. So this is a pretty cool name and a pretty good build. So if you want to make this build, I recommend you do if you want to be the best slasher in the whole entire game. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out, man. Peace.